Hey there, folks. Welcome to day 91 of my year of solo board gaming. Now, I know the numbers of the days. I've really messed those up this week. I was looking through the videos that I was doing, trying to figure out what day they went with. And I was realizing that I think I called like day 87, 88, and I called 90, the one for yesterday, 91, instead of today for 91. And I apologize. Sorry if that's throwing everything off, but yesterday was, in fact, day 90. This is day 91. We are also almost at the point where we're at the 25% mark. We'll be at that tomorrow. We're not at that today, because today, if you multiply it by 4, you get 364, and that's not quite a full year. So we're not quite one quarter of the way there yet. But we are at the end of It's a Wonderful World board game week, in which we've been doing nothing but playing It's a Wonderful World, a card drafting game by, and I'm going to try to get these names in here for this last video, by Frederick Gerard and Anthony Wolf, with some additional campaign work from Benoit Banier. And essentially, this is the campaign version of that goes along with It's a Wonderful World. So there are going to be spoilers here. You should turn off your video now if you don't want to get spoiled. You should go watch something else altogether. Maybe a cat video. A cat video is perfectly fine. But we are going to spoil the finale for It's a Wonderful World. Now, so 3, 2, 1, spoilers. Okay. So far, we've been playing along. We've been doing pretty well. We are playing the solo campaign on normal difficulty, which is the lowest difficulty you can go with, and it gives you basically different point levels to go with. 50 for VP, difficult is 60, expert 70, and prodigy 80. And just to note, we actually would have scored fine on difficult level as opposed to expert or prodigy. We would not have succeeded with expert, unfortunately, but difficult we managed to do. We're still playing on normal, so if we get 50 on this round, I'm going to count it as a win. So far, we've gotten the Director of Pax. Now, the Director of Pax gives us, put this a little out of the way, we can change 2 generals over the course of the game to a Crystallum. We get Global Police at the, and this will actually go along with the production, so we'll put this here. Every round will produce 1 blue exploration tile, or exploration bit, but it's going to cost us -3 points at the end of the game. So we're going to lose points based on that. We've got Glory of the Nation. This is going to allow us twice per the game. Take 2 resources, turn it into a Crystallum instead of the usual 5. We've got Market Dominance, which allows us to store 2 materials for later usage in construction materials, and we start with 1 monetary item. And then finally, as a project that we can choose to build, we're going to get Charismatic Leader. That'll be the project that we can start off building. At the end of the game, if we built that, we will get one extra point per either general or financier, depending on which one we want to choose. We have yet to build it once. This is game 6, and pretty much that's everything that you need to know. We got here because we went with the peace option. We managed to ensure global peace. However, now I'm sure we'll find out that peace has been threatened by serenity, by some other type of peace or war or something. I don't know. But here we go. We're opening it up. War or peace. Building a new world. The law of the market has become the guarantor of order in the world. Economic wars replace military tension. The future will be written in inks of wealth and commerce. It's up to you to find your place in this world in which stock options have replaced cannons and tanks. Place a new world card in the middle of the table. All supremacies provide 1 financier. It's no longer possible to get generals from supremacies. It's, however, still possible to get generals from construction bonuses. So that is interesting. I'm assuming that for the alternate game 5, it is the same thing in reverse. Basically, it's no longer possible to get financiers, but you can get... Is there a way to open this? Where's the opening? All right. So this is the new world. We'll go ahead and put this over here. This doesn't have to be in the center of the table, I think. Basically, we can't get generals from there. Place the economic advantage card in the middle of the table. That's the only other card. Okay, cool. In the middle of the table, produce +1 and +1 science and +1 money in the production phase. At the end of each round, the player with the most generals takes the economic advantage card and adds it to their empire. If there's a tie, the player who has the global police card decides which of the tie players gets it. You can choose yourself. If you are playing solo, take this card if you have at least one. Okay, so essentially this card is up for grabs. We'll have to look at the end of each round. We'll go ahead and put this, I think, here, just for shits and giggles. Pardon my language. And then if you're playing solo, you have to have at least 2 generals to get it in the first round, 4 for the second, 7 for the third, and 12 at the end of the game. And then we've got end of game resolutions on the back there, which we'll read after, not before. Dirty, dirty cheater. And let's go ahead and get this game started. All right. Go ahead and take this deck of cards, this ginormous deck of cards. Now, so far, the only changes to the game that the permanent changes of the game, are the monument cards that we got in Chapter 2. We have 5 cards that are monuments. Basically, they will produce Crystallum, Generals, or Financiers, and that is the round that's done after the Exploration round. I believe that is a permanent part of the game. So go ahead and shuffle this as well. Shuffle this 3 times. Take half of this. We'll do an upside down shuffle a couple times to get this so it reverses. If I honestly just simply learned how to do a reverse shuffle, I probably would not have cards that bend a little bit. Go ahead and give this a quick riffle shuffle. Accordion shuffle, or whatever this is called. I'm not even sure. I know I've had this discussion before. I have since learned the riffle shuffle is what I was doing, and that is just simply a lazy shuffle. So we're going to deal out 8 sets of 5 cards each for the solo mode, and essentially we'll draft 2 of these each round. Go there. All right, and now we begin. So our first order of business is to take one of these decks. Doesn't really matter which. It does matter which one, obviously, but I mean we have no way of knowing which one is better, which one is worse. So let's take a look at what we've got to start off with. We've got a giant dam, which would produce a ton of energy. That would actually be really good. And we've already got 1 money that we could put towards that. We have a financial center, which would help us get some money, but it would also help us convert a money into that so we could get that going. And we've got 2 military bases. I feel like the military base... So I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking that... So it'd be great to convert get a lot of energy really quick. Like, that would be amazing. One thing I'm not sure of is if on these supremacy bonuses, if they just... Yeah, all supremacy. So you'll get a supremacy for every one you get. For a financier for every supremacy you get. I kind of want to get this thing built. And I can build... I might be able to get it built if I convert one of these into... concrete, and then that would give me a ton of energy to work with. But I don't have any place to put that energy, so there's a question of whether or not that's really a good idea or not. I think I'm going to go with it. I'm going to convert this to money, as much as that would be useful. And I'm going to go ahead and take this money and put it here. We'll just basically be working with a ton of money. We're going to go ahead and convert this into gray, but we're also going to go ahead and keep this energy military base. The climate control would be nice. It gives you money, a little bit of money. It gives you some energy. It gives you 2 points at the end of the game. Science, I kind of feel like we need other uses for it. I'm just not sure we really need an energy right now. So my feeling is maybe we put it in our construction area and then we recycle it if necessary later on. So let's go ahead and pick this one. So Fountain of Youth, Casino City, Wind Turbines, Universal Exposition, and Military Base. All right, so we're going to be getting a lot of energy to build with. We're not going to have a whole lot of money. Unless we get something that actually builds money. So I feel like what I need to do is I need to generate this Casino City. I need to sacrifice Universal Exposition. Take the money there. I kind of want this Fountain of Youth just because we might as well get this underway. The problem is that it's going to be points for the number of generals, and we're not going to get a lot of generals in this game. We're just not. I can convert this to energy, but it might not be worth it. Problem is we're not going to have a lot of concrete to work with. If I convert this to concrete, I'll have a third one. I kind of feel like neither of these are worth it. But I don't need to convert this into energy. Like, it's just not necessary. I'm going to have so much energy from other stuff. I could do the 2-for-1. Look for something that's a little bit closer to what I need. I think I'll do that. Yeah, might as well. They're 2 resources. They're very low end. I don't really need either of them. Let's see what else I can get. So we take 5 cards off the top. We take a look and we try to find one that's worth it. Harbor Zone would be good to generate money, except we kind of need money to generate it. We've got the Memorial of the Financier, which would be a good way to generate Crystallum. Time travel would be huge for points, but really difficult to make overall. I kind of feel like I got to go with the time travel. I feel like that is the one. As much as I would like this Financier to give me some Crystallum every turn, I kind of need the 15-point thing at the end of the game to just basically be there to help beef me up. And that's going to be an end-of-the-game thing, where it's probably going to take us all game to get it. But that, I think, is going to be needed. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to start producing. The first thing that we produce are 2 of these little gray things, and we're going to go ahead and complete the giant dam. So that will go on the here. There's no construction bonus, unfortunately. We're now going to get 5 of the energies. We'll put 4 down to start with. I'll put 1 more on the military base. And then this one will just simply go to our market dominance. We're then going to produce a science, which we'll go ahead and put onto... We're going to put it onto time travel. If we can get climate control, great. I just feel like it's going to be so difficult to get that. But this generates stuff, and I feel like we need to... I'm going to put it on the market. Put it on climate control. Probably a mistake. And then we generate some exploration for the Fountain of Youth. And that's it for round 1. Horrible opening round. Let's go ahead and hopefully we'll get something better on the second round. Recycling plant, transportation network, icebreaker, mega drill. All right, so I like the idea of doing the mega drill because that will produce concrete and that will produce... yeah, actually, I really like the idea of doing that. I think I'm going to convert one of these to a blue. Do we want to do that? Let's keep one of these in place as well. We're going to have enough energy to cover both of them. And I feel like that would be a plus. We're going to need... We need grays. And unfortunately, we didn't get the recycling plant in the first round. So I kind of feel like it doesn't really matter that we're getting into the second round because we're not going to get enough use out of it to justify building it. Let's build the let's turn that in for gray. Put that towards the military base. And we'll convert that into gray as well. We'll get this mega drill and the military base built. That'll be a nice little plus. And then icebreaker, we're going to convert into blue. All right, let's take another one. Another icebreaker, industrial complex, robotic animals, offshore oil rig, and military base. All right, this is garbagey at best. It's very, very garbagey. Sorry to sound so negative. We need something that produces money. So we're going to convert industrial complex to money. I think that that's first and foremost. And I kind of want to take these two and convert them to energy that we then turn into crystallum so we can get this casino city going. We may as well convert this military base so that we have it available for the first round. So that gets converted. And this means that we will get a general which we can convert into crystallum. And we're going to go ahead and put that where do we want to put it? Maybe under time travel. If we do this, we'll have the money that we need to generate. Yeah, let's do that. This will help us generate some money, which we can't actually use right now. Wow. I am misplaying this horribly, aren't I? Yeah, I think I've done a really bad job here. We may as well take it so that we get at least one general out of this. We're not going to get much of anything else. So that is built. But yeah, I don't feel like I'm doing a good job at all. This is not a good way to end. And then that leaves the icebreaker to be built or to convert into things. And I think we'll go ahead and convert it into things. Yeah, we'll convert it into blues because we will actually complete this on this round. All right, so let's go ahead and just deal with this garbage as best we can. So we're going to generate 3 gray. We don't get anything from that. We're going to generate that, plus we'll get one extra thing. Just trying to figure out where I want to put it. I do want to put these both in the crystallum. Go ahead, get this other crystallum out of the way. And I think what we're going to do is we may as well put it on one of the ones where we actually need it for the points. We'll put it on this one for first. We'll get time travel knocked out of the way. So now we're going to generate electricity. Unfortunately, we're only going to generate 5, not enough for a supremacy. So that is going to be the 2 here and then 3 here. We've built the mega drill. So that's going to give us an extra blue this round. Now we're going to generate science. We're still only generating 2 science, so we're not generating any supremacy there. We're going to go ahead and put 1 on the icebreaker and 1 on the time travel. And because I don't think we're going to get that anytime soon. So it probably makes very little sense that we put it there. But that does complete this. We're going to get some money. We can't really do anything with the money, so we're going to go ahead and put the money. We're going to put 1 on market dominance. And we're going to put 1 on the Republic of Europe. Because we have no place to put it. And then finally, let's see, we're going to do exploration. We get 4 exploration. So we're going to get 3 here. And we got one extra exploration we can't actually use anywhere. So yay. Doing a great job. We're going to get 3 Crystallum. And we'll go ahead and put 2 on time travel so that that is knocked out of the way. Because I'd rather make sure that we get that first. And we'll put the other one there. That is all our blue. Again, garbage turn. All right. Let's do this one. We are not doing well at all. That's going to use up a bunch of energy. Genetic upgrades, tank division. We need science, and we don't have any science to really draw from. So we're going to go ahead and do airborne laboratory. I think that's an easy one. We'll get enough energy to fill that up easily. We could even do this tank division, which will generate, it won't generate much for us, but it'll generate some extra blue. We could do propaganda center because we've got 2 money coming in. And it's really the science that is difficult to fill. This is worth 3 points at the end. It'd be nice, and we get 2 generals out of it, 2 financiers out of it. But I don't think it's really going to help either way. Right now we've got 4 concrete coming in. So if I do this, and yeah, this might actually help us get our first supremacy. As little as I don't want to build that. I'll go ahead and use that and put that there. And then we'll take another one of these. Lost Continent of Mu, Unknown Technology, Megadrill, Espionage Agency, and Neuroscience. So this will generate science for every science that we have. Unfortunately, we only would have the 1 science. We can do Espionage Agency. We're going to generate 2 money currently. So we kind of need money. As much as I hate turning this in for money, I think that that is going to be necessary. So we'll turn that in. We'll get this Espionage Agency up and running on the next turn, on turn 3, I think. And then these 2. This is garbagey. So we'll do this one, and we'll convert this to gray. And then we might as well convert these 2 science. Yeah, we'll convert these 2 to science. And we'll give it to climate control this time. I am back and forth on this climate control thing, and it's embarrassing how bad I'm doing at it. All right, so now we can now we build. We're going to get 4 concrete, which is still not enough to get supremacy. We're going to put the 4 concrete all on nuclear power plant, so that builds the power plant. We get no construction bonus from that. We are going to get 8 energy, which does give us a supremacy bonus. So we get a general for that instead of the usual grenadier. So we'll take these 4 and these 4. We'll put 3 on the tank division, 2 on the airborne laboratory, and 2 on the tank division. That leaves us 3 extra. That means that we get another Crystallum for that. Which means that we can just go ahead and put that on Charismatic Leader. That builds this. So we get this added to our thing, and we get a general as a bonus, which we will go ahead and convert into a Charismatic Leader. That is now built. First time ever. So we will get an extra bonus for every general at the end of the game, because we're not going to bother with anything else. And then we have also built the Airborne Laboratory. So that will go up here as well. We now get 3 science this time around, so we're actually like doing better on science for a change. So we'll take 3 science, and that will generate, not 4, 3, I can count. That will generate that, and we'll go ahead and get our climate control built, which means we'll get some money this round. For money, and unfortunately this will not be in time to get the propaganda center built. Take that as money, though. Probably would have been better to use the Crystallum on this than the leader, because I could have had this built, and that would have given me 3 money this round. That would be enough to get a supremacy and another general. But unfortunately, I'm bad at this game, so I'm going to get these 3. These are all going to go here. We're going to get a general, which we can't really do anything with, and this gets built. And on the last turn, that will generate a fair amount of money, but not this turn. And go ahead and put this on here so that we have that ready for the next round. And then finally, we're going to build some, we're going to get some blues. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to get another general for that. We're going to get 6 blues. We don't have any way to put these to good use. We can put 2 on the market dominance. And then we'll keep the other 4 on here, which, blah. All right. So that's that. Now the last turn, we'll take this one first. Tank Division, Military Base, Ark of the Covenant, Industrial Complex, and National Monument. I kind of want to go National Monument because we're not going to have a place to put money. We don't even really have a place to put concrete right now. We're going to get 4 concrete this round. So we'll need 1 to put on here. That will give me the National Monument, which at least will give me 2 points for every space that we have. Yeah, I'm not doing well here. We'll go ahead and take this because we'll get a whole bunch of blues from that. We'll have a place to put all our blues. Industrial Complex and Tank Division, neither of which we really need. In fact, we can take the 2 blues. We can just go ahead and throw them on there. We've got that already. Let's go ahead and take these. We'll recycle these and look for something pointy. Something with a lot of points on it in these 5 cards. Hopefully we'll find something. We got National Explorer, which will give us 2. We got Nuclear Power Plant, Research Center, Robot Assistance. Okay, so my guess is that I want to do Memorial for the Explorer because that will be easy enough to get. Right now I'm generating just 3 science, so I will need 1 science for there. But I think I'll be able to get enough. Yeah, I'll be able to. I mean, I'm generating a bunch of energy, and I have no place to put it. So we'll fill in that science somehow. I think that was my best bet. Last set of cards: Polar Base, Submarine, Secret Society, Satellites, and Military Base. So right now we've got 6 money coming in. So I may as well put the Secret Society into good use. The other option is the Polar Base. Now the Polar Base is going to give me 2 for every treasure. The Secret Society is going to give me 1 for every general. And I think I'm going to be better off going 1 every general. Plus this will give me an extra, I think, some extra money there. That's not going to be helpful, overly helpful. What do we want to do with the rest of this? I think these 2, we're actually just going to trade in and try to see if we can't get a better point card. 4, 5. And the answer is yes. And I think what we want to do, I kind of wanted something where it was going to be all blue, to be honest. The question is, can I pull off this giant tower in addition to everything else? And I think I can. We're going to need 4. No, I don't. No. I think this is the one that I end up going with. But I don't think I can get the Secret Society as well. What are we going to need? We're going to need science, essentially. I mean, I could sacrifice this, just get the extra science out of the way. And then maybe look for something pointy out of that. Or get something sciencey out of this and get something pointy out of that. So I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I still need something to fill in there. I will have a whole bunch of energy. I think this is the one I go with. And then I trade these 2 in. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think what I do is I try to go for a science on there. All right, or nothing at all. I get some money that I can put towards the rest of this, except I think I'll be doing pretty well as far as money goes. I'm generating 6 at least, except I'll have this one in place by the time that rolls around. So 7, which is almost enough to get all of them. None of these are point heavy, and I don't really need I don't need either of these, and I can convert one of these into money. So that's really my only option. Do I want to do one of that, or do I want to go for points? Universal vaccine, I'd need 3 science. I'm not going to get that. Treasure of the Templars. I'm going to be generating a whole bunch of blues. I may as well just go for that. I may as well just include that, and that'll be an extra point at the end of the game. All right, so now we go ahead and begin. We never once did get the economic advantage bonus, which is a bummer. But now we begin by generating first 4 grays. Still not enough to get a bonus, but we do get all of these on there. We're now going to generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 energy, so we'll get one more general for that. Let's go ahead and pull these off here. So that's 6, that's 4. That gives us the espionage agency. That'll go over there. That'll become part of this. We're going to go ahead and put 2 of these on the lunar base. We're going to have a whole bunch left over. So I'm going to generate 1 crystallum out of this, which means we may as well fill in this science here. We're going to generate 1 more crystallum out of this. Which I'm going to go ahead and use on the actual crystallum. And that leaves us 1 piece left over. So next up is science. We're going to generate a total of 3 science, which is pretty bad. But that is going to complete... We can either use that to complete these 2 or... and see what we get at the end of the game. But I think we're just going to go ahead and complete this over here. We're not even going to bother pulling the items off of it. Just going to go ahead and get that. Is that really the smart thing to do? Probably not. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and keep that there. Keep these here. I'm going to go ahead and try to complete. My rationale is, what did we need? We had 2 there that we were supposed to go. So my feeling is we're going to take these 3. I'm going to put 1 of these on lunar base so we can get that built. I'm going to put 1 of these on memorial for the explorer because I want to be able to produce this gem at the end of the game. And we'll put 1 of these here. Then next is we're going to produce money. Now money we've got a lot of. Money we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, not a lot. We got some. We got 7 money. Now 7 money. We're going to go ahead and do. We're going to go ahead and finish this lunar base. We're going to go ahead and finish this national monument. And we're going to start the secret society, so that'll be 2 here. Still need 2 more to go. So that's that. That's that. That is built. We get no bonus from that. This is built. It's a lot of different types of currency. And we generate 2 generals from that. All right, next up is blues. We're going to generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 blues. So we are going to get a supremacy there and a supremacy there. I think I forgot to take both of those. And I said, what, 8? So there's 3, or that's 5, and then here's another 3. So we go ahead and complete the Ark of the Covenant. That's going to give us a crystallum. I think we got to go first on, before we aim for the, how many do we need here? We needed 2. Put 1 there. We're going to go ahead and complete this, this memorial for the explorer, which we don't get the crystallum right now. We get it when we do the production. And then that's going to leave 4 for this treasure of the Templars. So that's a bit of a bummer, but we have a way around that. So then finally we're going to produce some items. We're going to produce one here, one of these. That's going to go here. So this produces our Templar, Treasure of the Templars. That means we're going to get 2 more of these. We can either produce time travel. We'll put 1 on Secret Society. We'll put 1 on time travel. It's not really going to make a difference. We didn't quite have enough to get the Secret Society built, but that Secret Society was going to generate for us like an extra 1 for each of these, which is not something to sneeze at. That's an extra 6. Plus we were going to get an extra 2 because it was a bank location, but we have to go with the 15. That's the smarter move. So we were 1 short on building Secret Society, which is a bit of a bummer, to say the least. And that's the game. That's everything. So we had one energy left over. We'll go ahead and throw that away. And now we'll go ahead and figure out our points. Let's see, where's the board? Here we go. So in terms of just raw points, we got 18, 20, 25, 35, 36, 37, 39, 40, 37. Because that -7 is going to hurt us at the end. Then, in terms of locations, the only location that we're actually going to get a bonus for are the bank locations, the yellows. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 12 points for that. For the generals, we're going to get +1 overall, so that's going to be 6 total for the generals. And then for the financiers, we're going to apply our chairman bonus to that. So we're going to get 3 points for each of these. That's going to be 18 points total. So our total score in the end is 49, 67, 73, which is a pretty dang good score overall, despite the fact that I thought I played very poorly. And so now we are going to take a look at the end of the game conditions. And at the end of the game, the winner of the game must read this text. Throughout the world, stock markets make and break empires, but one empire stands out. It pulls all the strings and profits from all the exchanges. All diplomatic accords assert its hegemony. I, Foggy, dominate the world through my influence. I can buy everything. Everything! The other empires are at my mercy. I merely need to utter a word to decide their fate. The empire that won the game wins the campaign by economic means. The victor makes one of these proclamations to the other players. Choice A. I'm going to cut you down one by one. With just my signature and on a piece of paper, I can seize control of your possessions, your land, and your empires. You will all grovel at my feet. Choice B. It's time to set up a just world where wealth will be shared equally. I am putting an end to oligarchy. The world will no longer belong to a powerful caste. Dear friends, let's build the world of tomorrow together. We're going choice B because I'm a peacenik who loves peace. Because I'm a wuss. All right, so now, according to this, we get to open the Heritage Pack, which is what you've all been waiting for. Find out what's inside this lovely envelope. So like a set of baseball cards. All right. So there's no instructions. There's just simply open it up, see what's inside. There's nothing else inside. And we get a bunch of cards. We've got an analysis center, a bunch of those, security ships, Tower of Babel, that's nice, Gaussian weapons, cargo fleet, PAX 10, headquarters, secret forces, secret forces, secret forces, secret forces. So what's nice is a lot of these, except for the secret forces ones, and I think maybe the analysis center too. So these all give you an extra crystallum at the end. These all give you some generals. This gives you 2 crystallum, 1 crystallum, a couple financiers, a couple generals, and then these just give you some nice cards at the end, but all require a general. So those all go into your deck. These are what you gain from it. So we have managed to successfully add some cards to our deck because it wasn't big enough already. And that is the end of It's a Wonderful World board game week. Technically a card game, not a board game, but that's the end of our week. We'll be back next week with some more fun, more interesting stuff. And I think we're going to do, I have to look up which games apply to this, but we're going to do Cult of the New week. And that means games produced in 2021 or 2022. Folks, until next week, I will see you later. Ciao.